Greetings everyone, allow myself to introduce myself. My name's J-Hall, and welcome to a guide on how to A+ all the bosses in Cuphead. While difficult, it is possible. I believe in you. We're going to achieve this together. I am also trying something a little different with this video. If you just want to see the A+ run, it's located at the very end. No tips or tricks or any of that kind of commentary there. On to DJIMMI the Great. Or Genie the Great. Genie? I don't know, the guy from Aladdin. And it's another flying level. Yes! Now before starting this level, make sure you go up and visit this little rock dude up here. Not really sure what he's supposed to be. He'll give you a new move for your plane that will allow you to drop bombs and give you a new X move. I don't really use this X move much. It's a whole bunch of magnets that are attracted to the enemy, but the bombs can be useful in some situations. I would also purchase the coffee charm from Pork Rind, as it does fill up your super meter even when you're not shooting at a boss. While it's not much, every little bit helps in this fight. Since this is our first flying level in a little while, I would recommend maybe going on the easier difficulty just to get a feel for it again. But once you're ready, hop into the harder one to get that crispy A+. Let's get to it! Genie will start with one of three types of attacks. There's either cats, swords, or gems. It's basically luck of the draw on what you get, so hopefully you get what you want. For cats, he will shoot out a sarcophagus that homes in on the position you were at when he fired it. It'll split open and 4 smaller cats will be released. 2 right away, and 2 from each side a little bit later. Your main focus here should be avoidance, but try and land X moves on Genie whenever you can. Parry the pink ones when you can, but be very cautious if it's one of the 2 that's released together. This phase should be over after about 3 big cats come out. Another option for the start of this fight is swords. He'll let out 4 of them that line up either on the top, the left side, or the bottom. Sometimes a pink sword will come out, and it's pretty easy to parry. Once the 4th sword comes out, the first one will begin to home in on you. Then it'll go down the line. They're quite easy to avoid. After about 2, maybe 3 rounds of swords, Genie should move on to the next phase. Again, make sure you're using your X moves intermittently. The final possibility is a chest full of loot. Not that kind. Now this is about as random as you get. He'll open his chest and throw out a ton of gems in your general direction, but they'll be all over the place. A few pink ones here and there, so make sure you parry those when you can. Again, avoidance is key. Land shots and X moves whenever you're able to. After a full chest and maybe a little bit of another one, he should move on to the next phase. Now in each of these first phases, you can fly through the little dead Cuphead smoke thing he blows out at the beginning. However, you cannot fly through his head that he launches out at the beginning of this boss battle. Phase 2 is flying through a bunch of pillars with Genie's face on them, plus some blades in between. You have to shoot the portions with his face on them to get through. Don't use any X moves or supers in this part. Your default gun should be plenty to take him out. Once you destroy that portion, get to that spot it just vacated and wait until you can see the blade in the next part. The blades move in a very easily predictable zigzag pattern across the screen. Once you know it's safe, fly into the next open area and find where the Genie head is at and start laying fire into him. This pattern will repeat for a total of 6 pillars. Once you're out, we're on to phase 3. You should have or be extremely close to a full super meter. Make sure you save it up for this part. To start phase 3, switch to your bombs and get up high. Genie will come down in a sarcophagus and pop his head out at the mid-level. Hit him with a couple bombs and then your super meter as soon as you can. Switch back to your default shot and stay level with him as his head goes up and down the sarcophagus. The ghosts that pop out just travel in a straight line and they're easily shot down, so don't worry about these too much. The more difficult attack, the 2 eyeballs popping out and zigzagging across the screen, are what you need to worry about. The strategy that worked best for me was to stay in the middle of the screen as far as being left to right, and waiting until the eyeballs do their wide pattern and then dipping through them real quick by going into my small form. This allows you to keep on getting shots on Genie and end this phase really fast. Phase 4 will begin with Genie calling down his hat to home in on you. About every 1 to 2 seconds it'll move to your position, but it is pretty slow and easily avoidable at this point. Keep shooting at Genie to build up that super meter. He'll then call down a Cuphead marionette. Lay fire or bombs into it as much as possible to build up your super meter again. Very shortly, he'll begin firing at you with a few shots that are normal and a few ones that are pink. Focus on evading at this point because it's not worth it to get hit. Around this time, the hat will pause and fire out 4 shots in all different directions. It'll do this 3 times in quick succession. As long as you're not too close to the hat, they should be really easy to avoid. Once all the firing stops, you should have or be extremely close to another super meter. Hit him with a bomb and this phase should be over shortly thereafter. Still watch out for the hat though, because it can fire after you bring down the boss and it will hit you on its way off the screen. Genie will then become massive on the right side of the screen and call up 3 pyramids. Stay in the middle of these pyramids to avoid getting hit by them. Keep laying down hits on Genie as often as you can, building up your super meter. Whenever a pyramid's eye opens up, it's about to fire in the 4 different directions. I've found the most consistent place to avoid this is the top left while being small. This won't work, however, if the pyramid is at the top when it fires. Also watch out for the transparent beams Genie shoots from his hat. These will home in on your position when he fired them, but they won't go anywhere after that. Once you fill up your full super meter, hit him with the bomb. Be sure to avoid the pyramids, otherwise you'll have a premature explosion. And we all know how embarrassing that can be. If you used your full super meter, he should go down after about 3 pyramids fire. And with that, you got the second hardest plane level out of the way. Only one more really bad one to look forward to. I think Genie hung out around Jafar a little bit too much. But your wish was granted and you got your A+. That's some mighty fine work there. Hey everyone, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more guides like this on Cuphead, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel because I hope to be posting more of these daily. Together, we will conquer the beast known as Cuphead. You can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/jhall, where I do live playthroughs of Cuphead and many other games for that matter. Until then, I'll catch you on the flip side. We going for that perfect report card. When I was a kid, whenever you had a perfect report card, you always got a free icy at a convenience store. Ah. It might have helped that my dad worked for the company that owned it, but... Alright, get out of here. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Now, you put Robin Williams to shame, dude. Come on. Never seen 2 in a row. Go down. Eat some of that. Yeah, you can get through that phase pretty quickly. Pretty easily, pretty quickly. We're doing alright now. Let's just get in the zone and kind of don't really think about what you're doing and just know what you're doing. Pretty easy. This is the one. This is what gets me every time. Ooh, okay. Here we go. We gonna get that final stage. Don't you bastard. All right. Don't hit me. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Come on, 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 come on. Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Please be time. Please be time. Yes! Woo! Hey, hey, yeah!